Okay, so real talk here. When I got out to the car to drive to my doctor's appointment, I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, this is not a good look for me. This eyeshadow up here is crazy. My brows look crazy. And I was like, as soon as I get done, I'm going to go home and fix this mess because it is a hot mess. I don't like it at all. So here's what happened. I drove to the doctor's office. I went in and went, oh, I'm here for my doctor's appointment. And they go, oh, we have you down for 1:30, not 9:30. And I was like, oh, okay. And they go, well, let me see if I can fit you in, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? It's okay. I'll just come back at 1:30. It's a non-issue. I'm good to go. Because I was thinking to myself, I have got to get home and get this crap off my eyes because it looks scary, crazy. And no, this is not going to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave all the eyelid colors because I don't mind that so much. But I'm going to do some work here because this is just a hot mess of, this is not a look that I would wear ever. I just do not like this color up here. It doesn't look good to me. So I'm going to fix it. So what do I have? I have my little cotton round, boop, boop, and my micellar water. Yay, micellar water. It's going to save the day. So I'm putting some on that cotton round. And the nice thing about, and the brow things, okay, that was just a mess and a half. And I'm like, no, this has got to go. So the nice thing about having this cotton round with the micellar water, I can go right where I want to and just take off what I need. So I'm going to use my big mirror to do that a little bit. And I'm going to start, actually I'm going to go like this and just take off my eyebrow first because that, no, it was not good. So now I'm just carefully taking off what I hate, which is that eye color. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that eye color a little bit, like kind of in the way they intended to on the instructions. What a concept. But I'm going to do something a little different as well, just because, I can. It's what I want to do. So I've used one pad, and I've got almost all of it. I want to make sure, though, because that color up there is just not, it's not good for me. Now I have to let my eye kind of rest a little bit. So there we are. It's mostly off. And look, that micellar water, look how much came off. Now you know why I'm taking it off. Because it is just far too intense a color. The eyebrows look crazy. And when I got to the car, I thought, oh gosh, the doctor is going to say, well, your blood is not that bad, but let's talk about that mess on your face. She wouldn't say such a thing. But it was kind of funny to think about when the doctor would be like, okay, well, clearly you're insane because no one would wear this makeup. Okay, some people would wear it and they would be perfectly comfortable with it. But I am not comfortable with it, so we're just taking that mess right off. Let's see how we're doing. I have all the eyebrow stuff off, I think. And also what I think happened is I was in such a rush when I put this makeup on this morning that I didn't really give a chance for the, the primer to set properly. And so it was still a little bit tacky damp or whatever. And so it just did not do what I would want it to do. So it looks like I got a little bit more right here. Probably not. It's probably just a shadow, but so there you go. I've taken all the top stuff off. And I've left all the blues and the gray there because I don't mind those colors. I have greenish blue eyes, and I think that helps to accentuate them, which I like to accentuate the good things, and I like my eye color. But this has just got to go. I mean, there's all that makeup. Now, will I throw that pot away? No, I won't throw that one away because that makes no sense. But I'm going to just use it a little more judiciously. And what I might end up doing at some point, which I can see myself doing this, is using that color on my actual lid as opposed to up here. I don't know, folks. You just have to try things. And if you aren't comfortable wearing it, then you shouldn't wear it. Or if you feel like, it's not it's not accentuating, but it's emphasizing weirdness. Don't accentuate your weirdness. You're already weird. We're all weird. It's all good. There we are. All right, so I feel like my eyes have dried enough now up here. I'm going to actually wait just a couple more minutes. And then, you know, so I got a little hyper this morning, and I was like, I'm going to do this video first and then go to the doctor. And so I dried my hair, and I don't like the way my hair looks, and I didn't like the way my makeup looks, so guess what? I was uncomfortable. And a little stressed out because I'm kind of, even though I feel kind of, you know, I seem like kind of calm, cool, and collected about it, I'm not comfortable about what the doctor's going to say about my blood work because I'm like, what's wrong with me? Let's fix it. Let's fix it now. That's on the inside. But on the outside, I'm like, oh, I'll just do whatever she says. You know, there we have it. All right, so what I'm going to do to kind of do something different than what the directions said on this little package. So on this little package, actually I'm going to do exactly what it said to do on the package, and I'm going to do something in addition. All right, so it said to use this base color. So see this little spongy, that's what I used before. I'm throwing it away because it didn't work very well. All right, so it says this color was supposed to be used as the base. And what they had is they had it right across here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with that color, just because we'll see if it makes a difference in the way I feel like it looks. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, let's do what I was going to do first. So I always like to wear eyeshadow up here. It's just how I've always done. I suppose someday I could try it without. Maybe I should do that. But what I did is I went into my other eyeshadow and I got this Maybelline palette back out. And I decided I was going to use this color kind of up here. And I think that will blend better and make it look a little bit more natural, I suppose. A little bit less like, why do you have orange eyelids? Because that was not a good look for me. And I think this is matte also. I think the other stuff just had so much shimmer and so much deep pigment that it just didn't do right for me. So I came home and fixed it. You can do that too. If you don't like the way you look, then just take your micellar water, take it off what you don't like, and fix it. So it's actually a matte color, but it has a little bit of shimmer, but nothing like that other stuff had. So I'm doing that on there. And I'm trying not to get down into the blue stuff I guess it's blue. Bluey gray stuff. Just because I don't want to, I don't want that up here. So let me look at my big mirror to see how that looks. That is a lot better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that color that they suggested as a base right where they said, which is essentially just a little bit above my crease, which that would be a lot less, just a lot less in general on what's happening on my face, because it was an interesting mess. Well, you saw. I don't have to tell you. If you watch the other video, you'll be like, child, that was a dark mess, and those eyebrows, what were you thinking? We all make mistakes, and we can fix those mistakes. So now I'm just blocking this on just like I would normally with my brush. And you see how much more subtle that is now? Sometimes I think subtle is a lot better. Well, it's certainly a lot better than what I had on. So let's have a look. Now that looks like a relatively normal human being, except for it's not blended. And I didn't bring my blending brush in here, so guess what I'm going to use? I'm going to use my finger. And I'm just blurring that line and kind of smoothing it in on that section right there. Just so it doesn't look like it's got a stripe. And, this kind of helps with your base color as well. And so this is what I'm ending up with. Now that looks a little strange, and I don't know why. Oh, it's just a shadow. Okay. Yeah, I had some other issues here that I didn't see before. The lighting is different now. It's daytime. All right. I just need to do some. I'm just flicking off some of the color that bled down here. All right. So that looks, you know, you still have all the colors on, but it's a little less dramatic up on the top. And now I'm going to put my eyebrows back on because I like having eyebrows. And this is my regular brow powder that I've used in all the videos before. This one is just about done. Oh, and I wanted to show you something else too. So I'm going to do my eyebrows really quick just so that you can see the difference. So the other stuff that I used, which was my eyeliner that I, used in an emergency, it just was not, it was too dark, and so it looked fake and weird and whatever. So that was just not a good idea. So lesson learned. So I probably looked crazy all weekend at Disney Animal Kingdom, but guess what? There were mostly tourists there that I won't ever see again. And so they had something to talk about. They had to talk about that crazy woman's eyebrows. And you know what? The truth of the matter is they weren't even looking at me anyway. They were looking at other things. They were looking at the animals, and they were looking for the roller coasters and where the bathrooms were. So I don't have to worry about that. All right, so this to me looks a lot better. This looks like, yeah, so my eyebrows look a lot more natural. This is an accentuation as opposed to a dramatic, here's my makeup. Now I want you to look at something really quick because I've talked about this before, but I think right now is like a perfect opportunity for you to see this. Remember how I said, I live in Florida where it's hot and humid, and my body is 98.6 degrees, give or take. And so my makeup does funny things with the humidity today. Right now it's 82 degrees. It's 10:24. It's 82 degrees, and we have 92% humidity. I think that's right. And so what that does is that messes with your makeup. So I have on my moisturizer, and I have on concealer, right? And then I put on my powder, and then I did the rest of my face or whatnot. Oh, okay, sorry, the humidity is only 76%. At any rate, so I've been out. I got in the car, I drove to the doctor's office, I was in and out of some places, and I want you to notice, like right here, I'm already shiny. And that's because of the weather and the humidity and the heat. So if I had on, foundation, like liquid foundation, all of that liquid foundation would be right here in my lines and would be accentuating my lines, which I don't want. So I kind of have, and I'll qualify this, a catch-22 situation where I can look good in the beginning and then just know that I'm going to be shiny during some part of the day because I have oily skin too, and there's some contributing factors there. If I wanted to, I could put on a translucent powder and mattify it a bit. And what that ends up looking like is super cakey because of my skin type and because of the humidity. So you kind of have to pick your battles. So my battle today is I'm going to the doctor's office later. I'm going to do something about this hair. I haven't decided what yet. I don't know. But I'm going to be shiny today. And guess what? I'm just a shiny, happy person. That's how I feel today. See, my cheeks are all shiny. And, you see people wearing that highlighter stuff. I can't wear that stuff because I'm already shiny. And if I put highlighter on there, I look like a moonbeam. It's just like, wow. And I kind of like that highlighter stuff. I wish I could wear it. But see right here, I'm already shiny right here. And I'm already shiny right here. So I don't really need to use that stuff. I suppose if I mattified my face just by putting on matte foundation and matte powder, then I might need that, but I don't think I need that, so I'm not going to use that. I used it in the past and I thought, wow, this looks kind of like it was really over the top. So I'm going to pull in close so that you can see my shiny face and see what I'm talking about. All right. Let me look up this way so you kind of are looking at what my face actually looks like when I'm talking to people. Although, if I was talking to you this close, I hope you would say, excuse me, can you please step back a little bit because you're entirely too close and you're in my personal space. But this is a close-up of my face. And you see all those colors now on my eyes. Not too bad. But, you know, I just wanted to do this part B of the video because when I looked outside, you know, in the daytime light, which is why I say you should play with light a little bit. So let me do this. This is even like, this is my office lamp with just a bare bulb. So the light is different. So you should look at what you look like in different kinds of light. And just know that your makeup is going to show different things. So that's why, and see there, I've got it like muted quite a bit. And I don't look as shiny. But when you put on your makeup in the morning, it's kind of important that you use as bright a light as possible because that's going to most likely mimic daylight or sunshine. And then that's why they put those big lights in your bathroom or the strip lights or whatever you want to call it, you know, that are super bright, because that's going to mimic daylight and you'll see what you actually look like standing outside and in most light. So just kind of be aware of that and understand that that's why I choose a natural look most of the time, because the natural look works in all kind of lighting. And so you adjust your makeup according to what you're doing that day. I'm really kind of embarrassed that I went to the doctor's office and talked to the receptionist in that crazy cuckoo makeup. Poor, you know, I don't know. I walked in the office and I feel like people were staring at, they weren't, but I just feel self-conscious about it. Oh well. All right, so when the doctor sees me later today, because I didn't get the time right, or I don't know what happened exactly, but that's neither here nor there. The appointment's at 1:30. I'll let you know. Have a good day. Spirit, body, mind.